Epa, hey, so I just came home from the gym, right? And I'm not super upset, but I am pretty upset in a sense that, so I was in the treadmill, chilling there, running, whatnot, burning some calories, and they have, from what I remember, only one channel, and it was Fox News, and what kind of like grind my gears. I know I'm a boomer. Anyway, the point is that what grind my gears was that I was seeing that they're getting ready for some protests in Colombia or something like that. Not in the country Colombia, I guess, the city, and there's a university there or something like that, a school, whatever. I might be wrong, but whatever is there. And the why I say school is because supposedly like some kids are not going, they taking the classes online because they fear for their safety. So and all that, what pissed me off is that I saw that they're burning an American flag, and I live in the United States. So I don't care about the political stuff and shit like that, right? At least this is not the purpose of the video. We are all entitled to our political beliefs, but one thing that will always bug me is when you burn the American flag. I don't give a shit. You should have never do something like that if you're living in the United States. If you're born raised here, if you came from another country and are settling here, don't do that. Especially if you came from a country that was like it was bad for you over there and then you come here, don't do that. You're not entitled to do something like that. You're living in the if you're running away from your country and you come here, you should respect this country. You should love this country and you should respect this fucking flag. I don't give a shit about if in the past the country was racist or they sucked their own dick or they ate out of the people's butthole. I don't give a shit. Every country was racist. Every country had slaves. Every country sucked each other's dick. Every country did something bad. There's like every country was evil in the beginning to our standard today. Every country had bad stuff, and that's how we got to how we are today. There's a lot of evils in the past that are giving us a way of life where we're able to live with a different standard. But besides that, is like an American flag and you're living here, you should respect it because that's what basically unifies our country. That's how our country is supposed to. That's at least our last symbol that will unify us as Americans, where we could look at our neighbor and respect our neighbor. I'm passionate in a sense because my parents left Cuba. They came here in the 80s in what they call in Spanish, I don't know the real name in English, El Mariel, which is when Castro released a bunch of prisoners and left them come here. In those prisoners, anyone that was like against the government, like not snuck in, but basically came over too. Because if you were against the government, they put you in prison regardless. My grandfather had to dip because he did some stuff there to get extra money, and they were after him and after my grandma. Because over there in Cuba, they would go after everyone, and they brought my mom over. She was a kid. They came from all that garbage treatment from Cuba to this country. And my mom saw shit, especially when they threw themselves in the embassy of Peru. She saw how they will shoot people, and there's kids there. All right, this country does not do that. This country don't shoot people while there's kids there. The government don't do that. Today, look up Cuba. Go. You could find videos on YouTube of life in Cuba. Like you, I hate how people are so oblivious. You have the fucking internet. Check Cuba. Check life in Cuba. See reality. See fucking reality. And not only are they poor and struggling like shit because the country is a piece of shit and the government is a piece of shit. Say something like you need to live there and say something about the government and you see what happens to you. Don't do that. In this country, you could talk all the mass shit you want. You could talk shit about Joe Biden, who is the current president. You could talk about talk about shit about Donald Trump while he was president or after he's president. They still talking shit about this guy. Every time I look at the news or on YouTube or something, you see fucking his face. Motherfucker's like the most popular fucking person to diss. The point that I'm trying to make is that you're able to say it here and nothing happens to you. Don't burn the American flag. Just don't do that. Don't burn the American flag and wave any other fucking flag. When in those countries, you either had to leave those countries or you're probably an American that was born and raised in the United States and have no fucking idea what is to live in those countries. Stop supporting countries you don't fucking know. Stop supporting cultures you don't fucking know. Every country has their own fucking culture. Be happy that you're born or you came to a country and you're able to do whatever the fuck you want for the most part. You can talk shit about everything. You can do mostly everything. There's stuff that is illegal. Yes, there is. But whatever is not illegal, you're able to do it. No problem. In other countries, mostly everything is illegal. Learn a little bit. Go check out Cuba. You don't have to check hundreds of countries. Just check out Cuba. See their system. See how the people live. Oh, and you know what's funny? If you go to Cuba as a tourist, there is section in Cuba that you go as a tourist that are beautiful. They're like living in the United States. They're the most beautiful shit. Nah. Check the people. Check the normal people, and you see reality. Anyway, that's basically it. I saw that and I'm like, why people do that? I don't know if it was just propaganda from Fox. You always gotta take everything as a grain of salt. Oh, I'm sorry, with a grain of salt. But you have to understand that it is true that stuff like this does happen, and it's sad to see that people will be in the United States burning the American flag, and I don't agree with that. Our flag stands for freedom. Not only that, a lot of people die for that flag that allow us to live how we live today, where we're just so entitled to complain about everything and about everything that doesn't even have to do with our country. We complain about stuff that's happening all over the world and compare all these other countries with our country and make our country look evil because we want to be talking shit about our country when at least in our country, I'm not saying it's a perfect country. Nothing is perfect. Not even a human is perfect. Everyone complaining has done something really bad in their past. And not only that, not only have they, their parents, their siblings, their ancestor, and their future generation, if they have kids, will do something bad. None of us are clean. You can't expect the fucking country to be clean when it's a bunch of people that have dirty passes. So, I hate when people want to put this country down, but they enjoy this country and live here and benefits from all the blood that was, spilled over our flag. And for us to be able to be living like this. Like if you strongly do believe this, you should go to those countries that you are protesting for, and not only protesting, but that you feel like are better in the United States. If you feel that you're like all the other countries are better than the United States, go over there. Go live over there. Trade with some of those people from over there. I'm pretty sure they will gladly trade with you, their citizenship. And then you go over there and they come here and bring their family. You go take your family over there and then live reality. But there's no backseat. Like you can't come back. And by the way, because I just mentioned the whole protesting is nothing against protesting. Protesting is good. You should always protest, even if you're good or even if you're right or wrong. But don't burn the American flag. Again, this country gives so much to us. At the same time, it's like every country. The government will always bend you over. It's true, but at least they bend you over nicer than other countries. That's all I'm saying. People still buy McDonald's, even with inflation and everything. People still buy McDonald's. McDonald's is not a necessity. Anyway, that should be it. If you want to leave some thoughts, that's cool. If this pisses people off, I don't give a shit. It's the truth. If you live in the United States, love the fucking flag, love the country. If not, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Fuck it. Get the fuck out. I'm first generation American. Parents are Cuban. I would never burn an American flag and fly a Cuban flag. Shut the fuck up. I would never do that. I'll fly both flags. I wouldn't mind representing that I'm Cuban. But before all, I'm still a fucking American.